Looking for your next favorite book? Or maybe your next ghost story? From the Ground Up Books isn't just a bookstore, it's an experience. With 2 unique locations in LaGrange and Shepherdsville, we're proud to be a local hub for readers, writers, and lovers of the unusual. Our LaGrange store is tucked inside the historic Ballard House, built in 1840, and yes, it's haunted. Join us for book signings, author events, and ghost hunts through this legendary Kentucky landmark. Or stop by our Shepherdsville store, nestled along the Bourbon Trail, for small-town charm, indie reads, and a few spirited surprises of its own. So if you love books, community, and just the right amount of weird, come visit us in person or explore online at FromTheGroundUpBooks.com. From the Ground Up Books. Read local, feel the history, keep it weird, y'all.
Feeling overwhelmed, stuck, or energetically off balance? It might be time to reconnect with yourself. At Mystic Bliss Reiki, we offer heart-centered healing using Usui Holy Fire and Karuna Reiki to help you release stress, clear energetic blockages, and awaken your inner peace. Whether you're seeking personal transformation, looking to heal from past emotional wounds, or curious about your soul's journey through past life regression, Mystic Bliss Reiki is your sacred space for spiritual renewal. We also offer certified Reiki training so you can not only receive healing, but also become a healer. Sessions are available in person or online, so wherever you are, your healing can begin. Are you ready to feel lighter, clearer, and more aligned? Visit mysticblissreiki.com and book your session today. Where energy flows, healing begins.
Hello and welcome to Weirdos in the Wild with our co-host, AJ Oxley, paranormal investigator with Beyond This Life Paranormal and multi-generational paranormal enthusiast, and Lynn Tincher, Beyond This Life paranormal investigator, Reiki master, published author, and near-death experiencer. Travel with them, a couple of everyday weirdos on a wild ride to all things paranormal and metaphysical.
Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're listening to this. My name's AJ.
And I'm Lynn.
Welcome back to Lynn's favorite podcast,
Weirdos in the Wild.
My second favorite. There's another one I listen to more than my own. Didn't I?
Hurting my feelings.
Oh, but it's a Bigfoot one. What would you expect?
That's right. That's right.
So, speaking of Bigfoot, what are we going to talk about tonight?
Big portals.
Big portal. Oh, Lord, I don't think that came out right. Bigfoot, big portals, right? That's I guess. This episode's starting out going downhill fast.
It's our second recording of the night, so, you know. We're going to
enjoy this one, let me tell you. We are going to talk about portals tonight.
We are.
Which talks about Bigfoot, because some people believe that's how Bigfoot gets around.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
And, I don't know, I started thinking about portals in a lot of different ways here, because lots of different beliefs in portals.
Mm-hmm.
We've been to places where supposedly there's portals.
And weird things have happened there.
There have been weird things happen there. There's a belief that we said that cryptids move through portals. There's a belief that aliens move through portals. There's a belief that you and I can move through portals.
Mm-hmm.
But
energy, interdimensional beings, which you've hinted at already.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess another thing. Did you find something that was like a definition of a portal?
I did.
Okay.
Paranormal portals are theorized gateways or thin spots in reality that allow spiritual entities, interdimensional beings, or energy pass between the physical world and other realms. While not scientifically proven yet, it's very close. They are a staple of ghost hunting and supernatural research.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
And I'll bring up what I mean by yet
Go ahead.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
We'll get there.
Well, one of the things that I thought about when I was thinking about how we want to talk about this and do it, we've said this before. You and I have said this, and I don't even know if we've ever said this on the podcast. But there are things that you and I have seen, things that other people have seen.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there are times that we catch things we're not supposed to.
I think you're right.
And
I know you're right.
And I think this has to do with portals.
Could very well be.
We have literally, you and I have been ghost hunting together, and we have seen shadow figures, and we have seen full body apparitions, and we have heard voices.
Mm-hmm.
And I truly do believe that there are times where those ghost entities, whatever you want to say, and I've also heard people say when they have run into cryptids that sometimes that it's almost like, oh crap, it saw me.
Right.
And I've had that happen. You've had that happen.
100%.
And I kind of wonder if that's not part of a portal. Like, oh shit. The veil was thin, and Lynn caught me.
That's right. Yeah, because the shadow person we saw at Ross Opera House, that's kind of how that felt.
Yeah.
Because it froze.
Yeah.
And it didn't move until I said something. And then it's like, crap. And then took off. Disappeared.
Whatever's in my truck.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But you'll have to remind them of that one. That's your...
Whatever I saw running in front of my truck one time.
Yeah.
So, maybe I should get rid of that truck. Or maybe...
The only other one was your white one.
This is the black one.
Was it?
Both times the black one.
Huh. So, okay.
Now, the black one's broke down, folks, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Hitting a deer at 75 miles an hour do that for you.
That deer went through a portal.
Poor thing.
Anyway, so let's get back to portals instead of me crashing my truck into deer. But anyway, so go ahead. Talk about what you've got.
Well, there's certain types of portals. Some are associated with geographical locations, certain spots or hotspots, or vortices, they're also known as. They're believed to naturally have portals in them. They're frequently linked to ley lines, which if you don't know what those are, look it up because there's like ley lines everywhere, which are really hypothetical energy paths connecting ancient monuments like Stonehenge and Giza and a lot of other highly spiritual places. A lot of people believe too that portals can be physical objects, and I guess my mind immediately goes to excuse me, the port key and Harry Potter, where they can travel from one place to the next. But usually they're associated with mirrors or windows. They think they're, suggest.
I was going to talk about mirrors, yep.
Yeah, we can do a whole episode on mirrors, I think. But they suggest that mirrors can trap souls or serve as conduits for spirits.
Yeah.
And then there's tools like the Ouija boards, thought to intentionally or accidentally open temporary portals through rituals or intense focus. So, and they also think that some human people could be portals. Certain individuals, such as mediums, can act as living human portals to be able to facilitate communication with the spirits. So, there's lots of different things.
Let's go down through that list then.
Okay.
So, first one was...
mirror. Or first one was the ley lines.
Ley lines.
Mm-hmm.
I totally believe that the ancient people of this world knew things that we still don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree. And that somehow we lost the knowledge.
Yes. And I completely believe that they did not just build pyramids the size that they did for no reason.
Right. And for them to be identical to things on other continents.
Right.
Granted, I know all the continents were once all one, but
Right. But there are pyramids
not in that time
Egypt,
frame.
and there are pyramids in Mexico.
Pyramids in the U.S.
Yes. Yes.
So, and they're, very similar.
Yeah.
Very, very similar. In some cases, some of the artwork and stuff is the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, noodle on that a minute.
Yeah.
So,
And it wouldn't surprise me if those folks knew what a portal was
mm-hmm.
and knew what it meant. Maybe they even knew how to use it.
Right. It's all energy.
Uh-huh.
So, and it seems like a lot more spiritual or spirits, more paranormal things happen near and along those ley lines.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it can be anywhere, but that seems to really be heightened.
Mm-hmm.
And those are everywhere.
Right.
Everywhere.
And we know as paranormal researchers, energy is everything.
Yes. Yes.
And as we like to say, if you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you can feel and you can sense that energy.
Yeah. Yeah, I talk about, I think I've mentioned before on the podcast that sometimes you don't know you're feeling the energy until it stops.
Yep.
That it's like hearing an air conditioner humming and you don't think about it or don't realize it until it turns off.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden the silence is there. It's the same thing when you're in that much energy and like for some reason, I don't know if the portal closes off or the whatever it is leaves the area or, whatever brought the energy up went away. Or I mean, it could be like a light switch.
Right. And a portal doesn't have to be something that, in my mind, doesn't have to be something that you have to, you think of a portal like, oh, it's this big hole and you jump in it, or something like that.
A black hole.
Exactly. And,
yeah.
And you're going to slide through the universe and you're going to end up somewhere else.
Right.
I don't think it has to be that.
No, I don't either.
I think it can be what you said. I think it could be something that's creating energy.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have to just be going between dimensions or going between, some people believe you can go between planets or universes.
Right.
But that being said, too, you're very right. I mean, you and I have been on ghost hunts and looked at each other and went, all right, that's it.
Yeah. It's done.
It's like that.
Yeah.
It's like somebody flipped the switch and it's like, all right, they're done. They're not going to talk to us anymore.
And it's crazy that there can be 10 of us in a room and all 10 of us know.
Yep.
We felt it and it's gone.
Yep. And I believe that's the energy. That's
yeah.
wherever and whatever's, and maybe it is a portal that's producing that energy.
Yeah. Could be. There's a lot we don't know.
Yeah. We're going to get there.
Maybe not in our lifetimes, but.
Yep.
Me and you, we're going to do it.
God's life's going to do it. Mirrors.
Mirrors.
I'm going to tell you this. I didn't believe in mirrors at all. I started hanging around Missy. Missy, this is your fault.
She's in the next room, so maybe she'll hear us.
And I didn't believe it at all. I never did. And then Missy really got me thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I do believe it now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I have that story of what I saw in the mirror.
Yeah.
Of the Hat Man appeared and then faded away, and I saw that in the mirror in my home.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, we've been some places, I'll say Octagon Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly there is a portal in Octagon Hall, or on the property, I should say. It's not in the building, is what we've been told. There's a portal on the property.
Right.
That is the place that got me believing in mirrors. That place, and the mirrors in that place are...
Well, they have that one in the big one in the bedroom that they say a woman came through that was witnessed by somebody.
Yeah, that one's weird. That whole place is weird. But that is one of the places we have investigated that has claims of a portal. And it has claims of everything that you would expect to go along with the portal.
Yeah, that's where AJ saw his orb.
So I saw the orb that changed my mind.
There's been reports of Bigfoot, which we've never seen personally, but there's been reports of that there. There's, even been an incident with some friends of ours of a demonic possession, black eyes, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And these are people that I believe because I know they don't fake things. So,
we've saw so much there. We saw things in the daylight there.
yeah.
So,
broad daylight, you had a shadow person poke around a tree at you.
Yeah, and broad daylight, your brother saw a full body apparition.
Yep, like 3 in the afternoon. Yeah.
So, strange stuff there. But that is one of the places we've visited as Portal.
Yep. I don't know about trapping souls, but I do know that there's been a lot of folklore around in a lot of places not put mirrors in your bedroom or to cover them, and like with a blanket or curtain or something. And then there's things like if somebody passes away, they even cover the mirrors because they don't want the souls of those who passed to get stuck.
Yeah. What's the wise? Don't put one above your bed, above the board of your bed. Isn't that one of them? Isn't that one of them?
Yeah, I think so. But I was picturing the ceiling.
And we're back to the beginning.
That's right. Told you we're all slap happy tonight. I'm losing my voice. So, yeah, mirrors are creepy. Even growing up, I remember my dad had made these sconces for the wall, and he put a mirror in the back to help reflect and put more light into the room. And when we had it was like a gas lantern. And I can remember sitting on the couch and looking up at those and seeing a shadow person behind me in the mirror, but when I turned around, it wasn't there.
Yeah.
So, and that, I was pretty young then. But that was, my dad had also, he reconstructed log homes. He had taken down one that was a 200-year-old log home in one county and built it onto our house. So I think things came with that when that happened.
Probably if it was 200 years old, there was probably definitely souls that were there.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's interesting. But moving on to tools like Ouija boards. Have you ever played with a Ouija board?
No. And I'm going to tell you what. I don't know. I'm going to say this. I don't know if I believe in a Ouija board or not.
Uh-huh.
But I also don't want to mess with it.
Right.
I part of me just says, well, how can I just go buy, literally, you used to be able to go buy them at Toys R Us.
Uh-huh.
You know.
They're considered a game.
Yeah. Part of me says, okay, I could have bought this in a store somewhere. I can buy it online somewhere.
Uh-huh.
It's not, there's nothing there.
Well, I will say.
There's part of me that says, I've heard some crazy stories.
Well, I will say, and I'm telling on myself, I played with them a bit in college, right before I got married the first time. And there was a group of us together, and I was already engaged, and we were talking about where I was going to live. And the thing spelled out campground. I'm like, I'm going to live in a campground? Are we going to be homeless? But it kept saying campground. Well, it was the next day that my fiance called me and said, oh, I got us an apartment. It's in Campground Apartments on Campground Road. Mm. Ding dong, the bell rings.
Okay. That's a strange coincidence.
That's a strange coincidence. But, I'm not played with those a lot because they are kind of creepy when you do.
And I've heard people say that is a way that it opens up to bad things.
Mm-hmm. We don't need no bad juju.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. But there's other tools too, like using the pendulum and getting yes/no answers, or you can put a grid under it with letters and it'll swing and spell out things. Mm-hmm. And then there's, they think tarot cards and all that can open portals to be able to communicate with the other side. So, I mean, the Ouija board's not the only thing. There's other ways to go about it, as well as, the next thing on the list of it being humans, the psychic mediums and stuff. And we have friends that are mediums, and they are friends that I truly 100% believe. Mm-hmm. I personally have had a few experiences, so I know what it's like. Thankfully, it doesn't happen very often, but It has happened.
Yes, there are definitely at least a couple, well, probably 3 people that I would say that I totally believe.
Yeah.
I think there's some people we've ran into, I think, that are full of shit too. I'll
Yes.
just say that too.
Absolutely.
But there are 3 people that and one person in particular that I will never doubt what he says.
Rick? Yeah, 100%. Because he has told me the conversation that came out of his mouth saying that it was from my brother would have been exactly word for word what my brother would have said. More than once. And things that he said were going to happen happened.
Yeah.
So I believe him 100%. And I swear something just went across that curtain. Things happen when we do this show.
They do.
I swear. But, so there's some, and then like AJ said, there's people that's really full of shit that really try to, I don't know if they do it for money or if they don't realize that they're, they maybe are imagining things. I don't know.
Well, I don't know either, and I'm not going to try to put somebody down if they have that belief, but I'm just going to just say there are certain people that no, I don't believe them.
Right.
Just leave it at that. So.
Right. For whatever reason. Yeah. But there are, and there's some of the famous people that, I won't name names, but there's some really super famous people that a friend of mine knew that he caught faking stuff.
Yeah.
And she sued him, and he wasn't even allowed to mention her name.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of that going on. So just be careful, folks.
Yeah.
Don't believe everything you hear from
No, don't. Please don't.
But, if somebody can prove it, then...
Right. And make up your own
think about
mind.
it.
Make
Yeah.
up your own minds. That's what I would say. Because, like Lynn said, if they can prove it, we've seen some people prove stuff. And that when I can't explain what they just told me and how they knew that or what was happening,
Yeah. Yep.
So, one of the things I found too, looking up some portal information, is
I want to clarify. It was the air movement in here that made the curtain move. So, okay, I did not see something. But go ahead, AJ.
It's talking about people and the belief that there are some people that can time travel.
Mm-hmm.
And some people believe you can time travel through portals.
Has been proven.
It has been proven. Some of the evidence is just, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It is completely crazy. Like, I was watching this video. It's a famous one. It's a Charlie Chaplin movie. And it's a black and white movie. And there's these people on the street. And there is a lady walking down the street. This would have been Charlie Chaplin, 20s, 30s, black and white.
Silent.
I swear to God, it looks like she's walking down the street with a cell phone in her ear.
With a what?
A cell phone at her ear.
Huh.
Crazy. And then you see these pictures of people that they're in a picture and their dress is completely out of place for that time period.
Mm-hmm. I've seen those. Yeah.
Some of those to me are just, I can't explain them. They're just crazy.
Yeah.
You see it in the 50s, and then all at once there's, what a person in the 50s, very conservative, a bunch of, ladies in long skirts and gentlemen with coats and ties and, and hats on. And then there's a person that looks like they came straight out of the 70s with their bell-bottom pants and a
sunglasses
t-shirt and sunglasses. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Right. So, never know.
Yep.
But then I ran across, how do these things even open?
Okay.
There's theories on what may trigger a portal. I think some of them naturally occur. They're already there. They may come and go. Who knows? But evidently traumatic energy, which is called stigma theory, suggests that violent events like murders or accidents leave a dark imprint that thins the veil between the worlds.
So that's one way.
Yeah.
And that explains why most of these haunted locations have known something very traumatic. Whether it be murder or just, some horrific death. Or somebody that just didn't want to die. I think that does it too. But there's also high electromagnetic fields, or EMFs, that some investigators believe that high concentrations of that can warp space-time, creating a doorway, which we've measured things.
We have measured strange amounts of energy in places where we've been in buildings where there's no power. Mm-hmm. And we've found spikes.
Yeah, just areas. And one thing I can remember my brother John telling us, that if we could take like our EMF detector and follow it, and it's actually moving and goes away, and then you can catch it and follow it, that's probably something paranormal passing through. And you can't see it, but you could see on the meter that something is creating this energy.
Yeah.
And, it moves along. Usually EMF is like, which we do a scan with the EMF stuff a lot of times when we start investigating the spot, because usually it's tied to electrical outlets or other electronics, or, a fuse box on the other side of the wall or something, or breaker box.
Yeah.
Not really fuse boxes anymore, but
it's also very common because places we're investigating are old. And we have old wiring in the walls or the ceiling.
Right.
And so we'll sweep a room when we get into it.
Yeah, just so we are aware of where these things are. But usually those are isolated and they stay in a spot. They don't move around. Mm-hmm. Granted, there are things that can cause, like the train passing can cause high EMF for a brief period of time and set off equipment. So we have to worry about that in LaGrange specifically when we investigate, because the train isn't literally in the front yard of the historic Ballard House.
Yeah, you can spit on it, literally spit on it.
Yeah, so, and you can go touch it. No, you don't want to touch it.
No.
It goes slow, but it doesn't go that slow. But, those are just things to, if you're, seriously doing investigations, things to be aware of. But who knows? Because those things happen when weird things happen. So that could be a spike of that energy that thins the veil.
It does.
Another thing that could be possibly spiritual portals that I found says that it can open them as numerical dates like 11/11, or astronomical events like eclipses and solstices. They're thought to be times of high vibrational frequencies. So
that kind of goes back to the whole Stonehenge, pyramids, all of that.
Witchcraft, and, there's all kinds of things that wrap around.
Yeah.
Eclipses and solstices, and I don't know. I've not personally ever experienced anything around those. But
the funny thing is that we've hunted on full moons.
Full moons, and that seems to help.
It does.
Welcome back to Weirdos in the Wild. Before we return to our program, AJ and I would like to take a moment to remember my brother John Tincher, co-founder of Beyond This Life Paranormal, and Alan Oxley, AJ's father. Both passed away just before we recorded our first episode. Each and every episode going forward, from this one on, will be in remembrance of them. Thank you. Feeling overwhelmed, stuck, or energetically off balance? It might be time to reconnect with yourself. At Mystic Bliss Reiki, we offer heart-centered healing using Usui Holy Fire and Karuna Reiki to help you release stress, clear energetic blockages, and awaken your inner peace. Whether you're seeking personal transformation, looking to heal from past emotional wounds, or curious about your soul's journey through past life regression, Mystic Bliss Reiki is your sacred space for spiritual renewal. We also offer certified Reiki training so you can not only receive healing, but also become a healer. Sessions are available in person or online, so wherever you are, your healing can begin. Are you ready to feel lighter, clearer, and more aligned? Visit mysticblissreiki.com and book your session today. Where energy flows, healing begins.
Looking for your next favorite book? Or maybe your next ghost story? From the Ground Up Books isn't just a bookstore, it's an experience. With 2 unique locations in LaGrange and Shepherdsville, we're proud to be a local hub for readers, writers, and lovers of the unusual. Our LaGrange store is tucked inside the historic Ballard House, built in 1840, and yes, it's haunted. Join us for book signings, author events, and ghost hunts through this legendary Kentucky landmark. Or stop by our Shepherdsville store, nestled along the Bourbon Trail, for small-town charm, indie reads, and a few spirited surprises of its own. So if you love books, community, and just the right amount of weird, come visit us in person or explore online at FromTheGroundUpBooks.com. From the Ground Up Books. Read local, feel the history, keep it weird, y'all.
We have done
Thunderstorms.
and that seems to kind of help.
Uh-huh.
We've done Halloween. That doesn't seem
That
to
didn't help.
I just did. Unfortunately, you couldn't attend with us, but I did the April Fools. I don't think that did anything.
No.
I guess maybe the ghost thought we were fools. I don't know, but that's interesting too.
Mm-hmm.
That's something we might have to look into an episode about.
Yeah.
Holidays.
Holidays. Or numbers, even.
Yeah.
Numbers would be an interesting
Oh,
one.
shit. We have crazy numbers.
Yes, we do.
Anyway, that's a different episode.
That's a different episode. Yeah.
What else?
Well, I found out that there's certain indicators, too, that you might be able to experience, even though you can't see a portal with your naked eye, usually. Although, whatever happened at Octagon Hall lit up the whole ground and underside of all the trees, or the bright white light, twice. 2 different times that we were there. And we can't explain that we thought might be associated with a portal.
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe that orb I saw was part of that. I don't know.
Could have been.
I'll tell you this. Now there is one of the other podcasts that I listen to talk about a portal that cannot be seen by the naked eye.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in Tennessee. We've talked about this on the show before.
Yeah, I got a whole list of places.
Yeah. And where a group was above them on a higher ground, where they could see this on thermal, I believe is what it was. And the people that were down there in this, they call it the Meadow Project, in this meadow could not see it. And it shows up as a cube. And supposedly these people that were in the meadow walked into it because their signature went away and then they came back again. They came in and out of it.
Kind of like that thing that was on my car.
Yeah,
Which was also at Octagon Hall.
Yeah. This is an Octagon Hall episode. We didn't even mean it to be.
Jeez. But some of
That's some crazy shit there.
Yeah.
Legs.
Some of the...
Look at the legs.
Yeah, that's right. The waist down, your legs running across the yard. Not your legs, but you saw legs.
I saw legs, and then the next time we were there, the guy was telling us, oh yeah, there's this report of just people seeing legs across the yard, and I was like...
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah. But some of the indicators that supposedly give away that there's a portal nearby or present, visual anomalies, even though you can't see the portal, but there's unexplained lights, which, you know, like in the middle of the woods, you could see a light, or what we saw that lit up the ground underneath the trees.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You know what is also has said when there are unexplained lights?
Bigfoot.
Exactly.
Yes, I
Is
knew
it
you.
the portal opening?
Could be.
Is that where the lights are coming from?
Could be.
All right, maybe.
But there's also, which was the previous episode that I hinted some stuff at, the other visual anomalies are mists and glowing cracks captured in photography.
Yeah, so if you just heard our episode on ghost ships, that was one of the many, many claims that the ships would either appear or disappear into a fog or a mist.
Right. So that could be the portal. There's also, which is something that you and I have experienced a lot, there's sensory changes like sudden cold spots, feelings of being watched. I've had that. I think everybody's had that.
Yeah.
Or auditory cues like buzzing or hissing, or in some cases whispers. You know,
We have heard disembodied voices
mm-hmm.
in lots of different places.
And then there's the vibrational levels, which we've kind of talked about just a little bit, but the sensitive people often report feeling heavy or negative, that kind of energy associated with certain areas. And we've experienced that we've walked right into something that's like, oh.
Yeah. We've, not just Lynn and I, but the whole group. You walk into there are times you and I have walked into something, we've looked at each other like, what the heck was that?
Right.
Or like as a group, we've walked into a room where there's 4 or 5 of us, and we're all like, oh, this room feels different.
Right. And it's crazy. And I always say you are your best piece of ghost hunting equipment.
That is true.
Pay attention to everything. What you hear, see, smell, taste, even, feel, experience. I mean, pay attention to that stuff. Granted, you can kind of psych yourself out, but be aware of that. But, I mean, a lot of this stuff is real. Mm-hmm. Or it is real. You feel it. There's energy vortexes that are called, they're swirling centers of subtle energy that can enhance meditation and spiritual growth. And there's certain sites associated with that, certain places that you can go that elevates that. But I also believe you can create that yourself. Being a Reiki master, that's part of what we do. So a lot of that you can create your own energy. And I think, too, that some spirits, people that are trapped here, can do that as well. You can definitely feel their energy. But there's places that really help you with nature and spiritual vortices. And one of the most famous places, and I don't know a whole lot about it, but I want to go there, is Sedona, Arizona. So I have a quick list in case you're interested in going to check out this stuff. But there's also Airport Mesa, Cathedral Rock, Bell Rock, Boynton Canyon, which visitors there actually report feeling the tingles or spiritual clarity.
Is this all in Arizona? Are these all in Arizona?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not. Some even claim to see twisted juniper trees that follow an energy spiral there in Boynton Canyon. Then there's Glastonbury, England, which is known as the New Age Hub. This site is believed to be the heart chakra of the earth, and it is a convergence point for major ley lines, which enthusiasts believe create a powerful gateway to higher consciousness. Then there's Mount Shasta, California, where there's a dormant volcano. Local legends and some spiritual groups believe that the mountain is an entrance to an underground city populated by the survivors of the ancient advanced civilization of Lemuria. They believe they are portals to the other side. These locations are, and they're most notorious for ghost sightings, demonic lore, or unexplained disappearances. Then there's Stull Cemetery in Kansas, a small cemetery that has global reputation of being one of the 7 gateways to hell. Local lore claims that on Halloween, portals open among the tombstones, allowing the devil to appear. So I don't think I want to go to Stull Cemetery in Kansas. Ancient Ram Inn in England is built over 800-year-old burial ground. It is situated on the ley line that traces back to Stonehenge, and it said that the portal was accidentally opened during construction, releasing multiple malevolent spirits.
And where was that one again?
Ancient Ram Inn in England.
In England.
And then my favorite place, Skinwalker Ranch.
It is your favorite place.
Utah. It's the modern hotspot for high strangeness. Researchers and witnesses report seeing shimmering circular portals in the sky through which UFOs and strange creatures appear to pass. You need to watch that because they are getting the science that is proving this. Even Becca, our physicist, says, yeah, they're all over the science. And I actually talked to one of the people now, which he's super nice. And then this one's really famous, and you've heard of this, and we've talked about it a little bit before, and unfortunately they just tore it down, but it's Bobby Mackey's Music World in Kentucky. located in Wilder. It was a nightclub famously rumored to house a portal to hell in its basement well. It used to be a slaughterhouse and was the site of a tragic murder. So there's a lot of negativity there, and supposedly a gateway to hell. And they just tore down the old Bobby Mackey's Music World. So does the gateway to hell go away when you tear it down, or is it still in the freaking ground? That's what I want to know.
Well, I don't know. I've never been to Bobby Mackey's. I don't know if you'd ever had
No, John did, but
yeah, and John told me it was bullshit.
That's what he said. But you never know.
So,
he just might have been there on a bad night.
Maybe there's
there's bad nights.
Maybe the portal was closed that night.
No,
but yeah, it is a very famous place, and especially in Kentucky, it's definitely a famous haunted location.
Yeah. So then I have a couple more. There's interdimensional folklore that says that Kawasi Stone Forest in Peru. It's a high altitude site, features giant rocks, and some claim to be an energy conductive to an interdimensional travel. Locals tell stories of people looking through windows in the air and seeing a 17th century village on the other side.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That one I'd like to do. And then there's my last one is Bernigan City in the Philippines. And it's a mythical invisible city said to exist in a different dimension. 7 portals are rumored to be scattered across the island of Samar that lead to this ultra-modern, ghost-populated metropolis.
Oh.
Ghost-populated.
Ghost-populated.
So could this place be like where we go when we die? Maybe?
Maybe.
Like our purgatory, or
that's interesting.
On the way to heaven, or whatever you believe.
Yeah. Valhalla.
Yeah.
If you're a Viking. And,
Skull.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, there's other things that we talked about portals, and we did talk about Bigfoot going through portals. There's the belief that that's the way that there are lots of these creatures are interdimensional. Your favorite one, the Dog Man. Mm-hmm. I've heard that before.
Mothman, maybe. We talked about that. UFOs. Definitely UFOs. There's a belief that that's why you see the lights when you see the UFO. Right. And that's what is documented at Skinwalker Ranch, is the UFOs.
Yeah. So, so maybe it is not just a paranormal, like, spirit, but if you do believe that there are truly aliens and dogmen and Bigfoots, and they are physical beings, then you have to believe that physical being is somehow going through that portal.
Right. And we just haven't figured it out yet.
We haven't. I believe that all those things are physical.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's paranormal till you figure it out.
Right. But I also believe that no, they're not proven that they're aliens or Bigfoots or dogmen, but from what I've studied and what I believe they're all physical. Mm-hmm. And somehow they are moving around, and maybe they are moving that way.
Yeah. Could be.
There's also just the whole part of it being just energy. And, there's the belief that Tesla, the inventor, he believed that the whole world could be powered by his invention, per se.
Right.
And all of that disappeared when he died.
Right. And there was he had a lot of stuff that he was proving. Mm-hmm. And a lot of things that he created that worked.
Yeah.
So.
And then I saw something.
Think what you will, but.
What is the giant atom smashing thing that's in?
Oh, the Hadron Collider thing. Yeah.
There's a belief that we have,
or however you say it.
I can't even remember.
The Collider.
Collider. I can't even remember. I'm not even going to try to say it. I saw this theory the other day that came from this brilliant kid out of Utah. That he believes that 4 years ago, that, and there are a lot of people that believe we shouldn't be messing with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're messing with things we don't need to be messing with.
Right.
And there's this kid, this brilliant kid that's out of Utah, and I can't remember his name right now, and I'm sorry. That he believes that they did something 4 years ago. We switched dimensions then.
That could have something to do with that Mandela effect.
Yeah. And people do believe that the Mandela effect has something to do with portals as well.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually ran into that today, and I was like, I don't know about that. But anyway, we talked about the Mandela effect once, but
Yeah.
it's just kind of an interesting topic, and yeah, we've been, like I said, we've been to places that are portals. We're probably going to go back to some of these places again, I'm sure, eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Maybe we'll see one day.
Maybe. Waiting for this next season of Skinwalker Ranch to come out that's taken forever.
And there's a place in Kansas, too. Have you heard about this one that's very similar to Skinwalker Ranch? Kind of the same kind of things going on.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Kansas was where that other thing was, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Well, I think there are more of these spots than we really know.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure. I mean, and science has proven that they can exist, but only on a very small scale.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Einstein's theory of spooky action at a distance, which I think may have something to do with that, where atoms can be connected and be like on the other side of the universe, and when one moves, the other does too.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's
a lot
we don't
a
get
lot
understand.
more than we don't know than we ever think we do know.
Right.
We might think we know a lot. We don't know anything.
We don't know squat.
No, we don't know anything.
No.
But I do believe there are persons and people in this world that understand it much better than most of us do on a normal basis. And whether those be psychic people, native people, I do believe there are people that definitely understand it more than we do.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, let's just go ahead and wrap this one now.
Yeah.
But we can't remember to thank those folks that help us out every week.
That's right.
Number one, you.
And From the Ground Up books, which everybody knows by now, both in LaGrange and Shepherdsville. And the one in LaGrange is in the historic Ballard House, which is haunted. And stuff happens there on the regular.
Yeah, and plug what you can, what people can do there.
They can, once a month we do, which you can come anytime because the bookstore's there and it's open. But once a month we do a ghost hunt, limited to about 10 people at a time. And Missy leads it. Missy with Mystic Bliss Reiki, who's another person we need to thank. She leads it, and something happens every single time. Every single time. There's stuff that happens when I'm there all the time, which is crazy. I've called AJ, and he's heard stuff over the phone happening there.
Mm-hmm. I've seen stuff happen in there.
With shadow people.
Oh,
we've got it all.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because my bookstore's there. His house was built in 1840, and it's on ley line, and it's on limestone, and there's water underground. I mean, it's got all the ingredients. So stuff happens. Let's say we're talking sponsors, but we also have my radio station, Salt River Current, which opened in the bookstore last week. And we are airing episodes of Weirdos in the Wild on Weird Wednesday, and Wednesday nights at about 7 o'clock Eastern.
And the radio station is an online radio station, so
Right.
it doesn't matter where you're listening to us.
Anywhere in the world, as long as you go saltrivercurrent.net, you can listen to us.
There you go.
And we are a sister station to Crossroads LaGrange, which Chris McGill and Jamie Best have their own show on Tuesday nights at 7 Eastern. And it's very similar to ours, called Dimensions Radio. They talk about all things paranormal and strange.
Give them a listen. We've been on their show. They've been on our show.
And we need to do it again.
We do.
Yep. So, I think that's everybody.
I think so. All right, folks. Well, we love to hear from you. So if you have anything you want us to talk about, if you got a good subject, let us know.
We need some ideas.
Yep. If you know a good place for us to go ghost hunting, let us know that too. We've got a list of some places. Unfortunately, the years kind of start out a little slow for us ghost hunting, but it's picking up, and we've got some places on our to go list. But we're always looking for new places, so let us know.
That's right.
And I think that's about it. So
That's it.
come visit us, or come visit Lynn at our new worldwide headquarters here.
Right, in Shepherdsville, Kentucky.
A few blocks away from our old worldwide headquarters.
But it's a much better space.
Yes, it is. So, all right, Lynn, take us home.
All right, thanks for listening, everyone, and keep it weird, y'all.
Thank you for joining us at Weirdos in the Wild. Please show us some love and support on our Patreon account at Weirdos in the Wild. Like us on all of our social media. And if you've had an experience you'd like to share with us, visit our site at weirdosinthewild.com. Until next time, keep it weird, y'all.